Comic books, they got a lot of drama. I tell you, and we're going to see again some very good examples of that as the scenes go forward. In going in a little more quiet sort of vein, though, our next scene has done something, is about something that's rather unique lately. In recent times, a particular comic book called X Factor has had their heroes visit a therapist. You know, it's tough being a hero. You deal with some heavy stuff. So, in X Factor, the heroes go talk to somebody. Go see a therapist and sort of try and sort things out. So in our next scene, we've got Jamie playing the part of Dr. Samson, our therapist to the superheroes. Lisa playing the part of Layla, the girl who knows everything. That is sort of her superpower. Somehow she just knows everything. What's to come, what's going to happen, she knows it all somehow. And finally then we've got Derek playing the part, I was like, where is he? We have Derek playing the part of Richter, a superhero who importantly, had the powers to sort of trigger earthquakes and control seismic vibrations and stuff. But unfortunately, he doesn't have those powers anymore. And so he's trying to figure out how to move ahead with life without superpowers. So, I give you X Factor.
Is there any particular reason you're sitting like that, Layla?
It makes the world look more interesting.
It doesn't look interesting enough to you right side up?
I guess, but that's how everybody else sees it. There was an old episode of Star Trek where the Enterprise got hit by a Romulan ship. And to show it was hurt, they had the starships hanging sideways. You know why that was silly?
Because up and down are meaningless in space, except in relation to planetary bodies.
Right! But it worked anyway because it looked so different. It was like, whoa, the Enterprise is listing. They're taking on water.
What's your point, Layla?
What do you think it is?
I'd like to know what you think.
And I'd like to know what you think. Stalemate. You play chess?
Occasionally. You care to?
Sure. So, you did psychiatric evaluations of X Factor back in the day, huh?
That's right.
What did you find?
You know I can't tell you that. Besides, why do you need to ask? Don't you know? Isn't that what you always say, right? I'm Layla Miller. I know stuff.
I do, but not everything. Just the future. Kind of.
That's quite a burden.
It is, but sometimes, you know, you have to make sacrifices for the greater good.
And how do you know the future, may I ask?
I sit naked in my room at midnight and speak the word reveal 3 times. And a small talking butterfly appears to me and tells me what's to come.
Really?
No. I wouldn't make that move. That'd put you in check. Oh, nope, not that one either. And that's no good.
You're quite good at thinking ahead.
I have to be.
Would you describe yourself as a control freak?
I wouldn't use that term.
What term then?
Look, maybe we should just...
How about in chess terms? What piece best represents you?
Piece?
The queen, the king, the bishop?
This one.
A pawn. Really? Interesting, considering that's the most powerless piece. How do you see yourself as a pawn?
Because I'm a part of a different game than everybody else. And only I can see the players. I know the end game. And I know I'm expendable.
But hey, if the pawn makes it across the board, then she can be transformed into something better. So here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
I suppose the obvious question is, how are you adjusting to life without powers, Rick?
Why are you talking to me like that?
Like what?
Like we're old friends or something. I don't know you, you don't know me, but you're calling me Rick?
Well, generally I prefer to use first names. And Richter is your surname. I can address you as Julio, if you wish. J.E. also...
Forget it.
Do you really want me to call you Richter?
I don't want you to call me nothing, okay?
Why? Don't you think you deserve a name?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well,
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Look, if you're afraid to answer the question...
Afraid? I lived with my father being a freaking arms dealer, Doc. He got killed right in front of me. Close as you are now. When I was 6. I fought Sabretooth, man. I fought death. I'm talking to actual horsemen. Screw your father. What makes you think some dumb question scares me?
Because you can't wave your hands and shake questions to pieces. Then again, you can't do anything anymore, can you?
Up yours! I'm only here because Madrox had us all come. Said it would be good for us to talk things over, everything we've been through. But I'm done. I'm out of here.
Are you always this angry all the time? I'd understand if you're afraid to answer the question as well, but...
You got any idea how transparent you are, man? Using this afraid garbage? To what?
Provoke you?
Yeah, provoke me into talking to you.
I suppose that's pretty obvious. Especially with a savvy guy like you.
Freaking right. I mean, you're so smart, Mr. Psychiatrist. You tell me how I'm doing.
Well, I suppose, as with anything, that you have good days and bad days. And the bad days, you wonder why me. And the good days are days where you're too busy to wonder that. Well?
Yeah, pretty much.
And how's today for you, Julio?
Bad day.